Okay, so when we experience shame, and this happens with grief too, and this comes from the book Trauma, the Invisible Epidemic. Dr. Paul Conti from Stanford writes about this. And again, very similarly to Dr. Gabor Mate, where like you're just seeing it over and over and over again, where you may have somebody who comes into the hospital because they're a victim of an assault or some kind of issue that happens, even a fire or something like that. And there's always the thought that they had some kind of responsibility in what happened. Okay, so we know this with childhood experiences, right, with the ACE studies and the impact developmentally there. But it can happen anytime in life. And then what happens is it goes underground, okay, because of the responsibility. And then it's a real unhealthy, we're walking around with that shame and then we're not talking about it. So talking about it is huge. And then really becoming, and this is where my passion is really becoming a trauma-informed practitioner, trauma-informed doula, a trauma-informed parent, educator. And what's happening with trauma training is they're wanting everybody to be trauma-informed, because then we can be sensitive to maybe what I'm looking at is something deeper than just gastrointestinal issues because you're drinking milk, which is what happens in my practice, right? I have well, if we can't turn off our stress response because we're carrying around a bunch of shame that's underneath the trauma that I haven't addressed, and it might not even be conscious, then I might think, oh, it's the food I'm eating. But I'm never getting to that point where I'm resting and really working through my trauma and being able to get to a place where I can rest and digest. Because if we can't rest and we can't get that nervous system shut down, we cannot digest our food properly. It's just an example.